Let me know if I ask you anything you don't want to answer, just be like, I don't want to answer that.
Oh no.
That's
I
my
pretty much.
disclaimer before I start.
Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna intro real quick. And look, you got your own camera, you know what I'm saying? Good stuff like that. It look good?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to where we promote and we encourage young entrepreneurs, young creatives, and young influencers to just keep changing the world one day at a time. Now today we have somebody who is dear to my heart, fellow genius. She's a music artist, she's an entrepreneur, she's a whole bunch of things. We got Miss the Tashi B in the house.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
No, it's all good. We're blessed to have your presence in the house. You know what I'm saying? First thing I want to say is, from back in the day, seeing you as a genius, seeing you start off to now, I just want to say you're doing your thing.
Thanks.
And just keep doing your thing.
I appreciate that.
I know I introduced you. I said, you a music artist and an entrepreneur. Anything else you want to add on there, that the people might not know about you?
I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a mom.
Okay.
I'm a child of God.
Okay.
I am a writer, a songwriter.
Mhm.
I'm a singer because I think a lot of people think I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
I am also a rapper, but I really like just float between a lot of different things. So
Yeah.
I got the gift of gab. I am an experience. I'm Tashi B.
Okay. Good answer.
Thank you.
So look, I'm gonna get into that, right? So you got all these different hats that you wear. Are these stuff that you like always been doing? Like you always been kind of like good at all of it, or like over time is these things that like came to you?
You like pick up different things, or like you might try something and realize you like it, so that's
Yeah.
something else you're like adding on. So like I don't think that I was naturally all these things. I think when I tried my hand at it and I realized it was effortless or easy for me.
Yeah.
Like I like things like that I can add on to my plate, because if it's not easy, it means I'm working, and we already be working on people's clock.
Yeah.
To like get to
You're
where
right.
we want to go. So if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. So if
Okay.
it's easy, it's fun for me, and I add that on like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So like I would say I might try painting tomorrow, and I'm like, hold on. I'm kind of Leonardo DiCaprio up in here.
Yeah.
So I might be artiste in my bio right today. Art by Tashi, because I was good. I tried it and I was good at it. So that's something like I can add on. And then you like, oh, Tashi, can you commission me a painting? You know what? I sure can.
Yeah.
I sure can. So then if I commission a painting, then you post it up and people are like, oh, who's the painting in the back? Well, that's with my homegirl Tashi. And they want commission paintings too.
Yeah.
I'm a painter now. I'm an artist as well.
Especially if it's gonna put some money in your pocket.
Hello, I'll do whatever. Not saying whatever, but like if I'm really good at it, or that's something that I take like pride or passion in, why not? Multiple streams of income is our goal, right?
Yeah.
That's easy for me. That was fun. Now, if it start getting overwhelming and people start being critics and people like, she thinks she the new somebody, I'm like, okay, actually, it's okay because I have all these other things I'm doing. Now, I'm never going to step back from it, but maybe if it's not fun for me, then I'm not doing it, because who's going to be working for? No.
Yeah. I feel you. If it ain't fun, you ain't gonna do it.
Yeah,
I get that.
It's like we already like live life be lifing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, why add something else on that might stress you out? I mean, like I understand like risk and reward and like sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like adding on extra unneeded stress. Like you need to be your own piece. You need to be like put yourself first. So like I'm not doing anything if it's not fun. Even my video shoots. If it starts to be too like orchestrated or too like, yo, I like y'all having fun. No, like let's do something that's actually fun, so I don't have to act. Yeah. We're watching it. So like I want all my stuff or anything that I'm doing, we have to put some type of fun element in it. Because if not, or people don't feel like they're benefiting or not getting the experience from you, or like not taking something away from this.
Yeah.
Like you're just like basically they're interns or something, or you're basically working them without getting no pay. Like, and who wants to live like that? Like, no.
Wow, look, you really just jumped right into it. So
hold on.
No, we gonna talk about that, because that's good. Because like a lot of times, especially as like creatives and some entrepreneurs, like we'll start doing something because it's fun, or because we like it, and then somewhere down the road it starts to feel like work.
Yes.
And I know with me, like when I first started the first clothing brand, like the Going Ghost, it was like I first did it. It was just like something to do.
I love that back in the day. That was a vibe in the era.
It was a time, you know. But
the pins and the buttons that you had as well. Like,
look, I'm glad you like.
No, I had the matching light blue shorts.
Yeah.
Like, I was real. That's when I had them.
Yeah.
I had a minimum, but. But yeah, it was cool. I loved it.
I'm glad you did, and I'm really like considering, trying to do something to bring that back.
Well, I'll wear it.
Okay, look, I remember you said that for my first commercial.
I'm going ghost again.
But I know when I did first do it, it was fun. I just came up with a design. I just wanted to make my own clothes, and the person down at the screen printing shop said if I wanted to get a screen printed, I had to make at least 12. Mm-hmm. So the first thing I did was just ask people like, hey, do you want one of these? Because I'm trying to get it for myself.
Yeah. Like I'm just trying to get the most bang for my buck right now. So hey.
Exactly. Because I didn't know how to make shirts. I didn't have all this equipment and stuff that I have now. So at the time, it was like, let me just see who I can get to get one, just so I can get one.
Right.
And, at first it was fun because people start asking, hey, where'd you get this and that? And I'm like, okay, well, people like it. I can make money while doing it.
Right.
Then why not? But somewhere along the line, it just started to feel like work.
Yeah.
So, like, what's something like for you? Where's the line? Like, where do you draw the line between this is fun, this is like art, this is what I want to do, and when it starts to feel like work? Where's the line drawn?
Okay. Well, it's two parts to this. I think there's a line being drawn. Then I think there's like life be life in the middle of that. So it kind of like it's easy to deter you from something. Yeah. So like I think the line can be drawn when I feel like I'm getting overstimulated or I'm starting to feel overwhelmed. And like I was having more fun when it was on like an iPhone camera and I'm doing it in my living room and I'm getting the response I needed. Now that I'm paying people $500 to come out with their cameras and do stuff, and it's starting to like it's starting to, not saying like, overwhelm you, but like you're trying to like be more on point. You're starting to like kind of like move from yourself, or not saying
not people
pleasing, but like, you're starting to try to like conform, and you're not even trying to, like subconsciously, like, hey, I'm paying for this, so I need it to look like this, I want it to be this. And then you're like, then they're asking you, can you compare it to something? And they don't really understand, they subconsciously telling you to compare yourself to somebody, but like, show me a clip or something that you're talking about so that I can see your vision. So if I pull up this person's music video or this person's music video, I want this scene to be like this. And so now you're like judging your stuff like to somebody else's stuff, and you're starting to like, oh, maybe I need to do this more, or change this, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like that's where the line's going to start to get drawn, because now this is not Tashi B. This is, I'm showing them Cardi B stuff. I'm showing them Meg Thee Stallion stuff. I'm showing them stuff. My budget is not there. Hey, you're not backed by a company. You're self-funded. So like that's where like, hey, like I was having more fun with this a long time ago. Like I was having more fun with this in college, pulling people from drama class and dancers and media arts geniuses, and like I was having more fun with it like that. So like I would draw the line when it starts to get overstimulation type thing, or when I'm feeling like I'm overlooking the reason why I started to do this, or the reason why it was fun for me. Because then when you start second guessing yourself or second guessing your lyrics, you start listening like to stuff differently. I think sometimes when you get more experience, it kind of messes your ear up. Because like when I go back to listen to some of my old stuff, like, girl, you like Rick was do, like this is it. And when you get more experience, or people like replay value, you think about this, or this is the sound that's sonically pleasing right now, you start to get all these other things in your head. So now that when you're writing, you think about other stuff and not the stuff that you was thinking about when it was so like an easy hobby. Feel like, oh, I just wrote this, like, and this jump fire, and people vibe with it to this day. Like, think that's some of your best stuff. Yeah. And so then I think the line also gets drawn for me. Well, when life happens, so I had a baby. So like I was like in the height of like getting like my career off the ground, and then like, okay, well, I'm not telling people I'm pregnant yet, because like black people don't tell people before a certain time, or you want to make sure everything's okay, or I don't even know. So I didn't find out until I was like 2 months. So now I'm in rehearsals, I feel like I'm out of breath, and I done told like my choreographer like, hey, Bug, I'm pregnant. Yeah. So I can't really get on the floor and stuff, like, because now I'm like, oh, they say you can't, and you're back, and So then like I feel like the line gets drawn there, because you're limiting yourself. Like you're putting your like self first, or your livelihood first a little bit. And then I feel like you have to like kind of realize like, hey, this is music, I can always do this. Or you're like, I can write now, and then I can do my videos later. Or I can you try to like stage and stuff, and life don't happen that way. Because like then you get like COVID, and then you get like I'm moving, or I need a new job, or you are trying to, we're self-funded, we're not big right now, or we're not like mainstream like how everyone else is. So like, then you're funding yourself. You're working a job. So like, okay, now I'm working 8 to 5. And then after this, I still want to be a superstar.
It's like, it's draining.
Yes.
It's draining.
So my line gets drawn also there because if your funds ain't where, hey, it's the first. I'm paying rent right now. So like, you limit yourself for like the line get drawn if you don't got the funds to pay for some of the stuff. Or like, hey, I do want to do a studio session, but like my baby got daycare 210 every Friday before the next. Y'all know,
every Friday?
What? Before
210 every Friday.
210 every Friday.
That's like $840 a month, ain't it?
Hey, and that's not even including the stuff they ask you to bring. And if they on the same schedule as the school system, sometimes daycare's not in. So I'm paying to hold a spot, and I'm a private payer because I can't get no vouchers or nothing like that. So like, it's like, the line get drawn when life be life. And don't let your car make a noise. I'm turning up outside by C. Illinois the Great, and I'm not hearing it. Like, I'm like, oh no, I got time for that right now. Because, hey, I want to be a superstar, but I'm also a mom, but I'm also a person in Jacksonville, Florida, paying Jacksonville, Florida's rates and prices and everything. That's not outside of insurance. That's not outside of gas. That's not outside of food. That's not outside of everything else. So like, the line get drawn situationally sometimes, and the line get also drawn with overstimulation and not having fun with it. So that was kind of a wide answer.
No, I picked up what you were saying though. I actually want to add on to something you were saying earlier when you were talking about how, you know, you're one way and then people like what you're doing, and if you try something different, sometimes a lot of people are like, no, do that thing that you did before. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like no, we don't. We want the old. We want the old Tashi B. We don't want this new stuff.
It's like, well, actually, when you be growing,
I'm not the same person I was before.
Or I done heard something new. It's like we're taking so much stuff in that we're trying to spin it our way, put our own touch on it, and like spit it back out a little bit, and then imagine the world like, oh, well, I kind of like how you did it the first time, but the world, it'll like make you feel a way about your craft, like, hold on, I didn't care about it when I first did it, so why I care about it now? But I think people gotta get back into their mindset, because we have like access to so many things that we didn't have access to before, like in 2019 versus even 2025, like right now, and this is January, we have AI, TikTok, we got different streaming platforms and things,
and we have more access to professional equipment than we ever had back in the past.
Or the gatekeeping has not really been gatekeeping, and people are finding ways to get what they need, and sometimes at cheaper rates, so they don't need studios. They're doing it on their phone. They're doing it on the apps and stuff. So like, I don't know. I just feel like, the world's take is different, and I'm curious to see that TikTok is gonna so-called end, right? But TikTok has farmed a lot of new millionaires, a lot of new people with money, a lot of new people who have come up off content. And TikTok, if people want to say it or not, has pushed a lot of people's music, and a lot of people who have gotten famous, even if they did 1 or 2 songs, are off TikTok. So if TikTok collapses, especially in the US, because they're not here anymore, I wonder what the music is going to be like now. I wonder how, like, if the digital or like the actual real copies of music is going to come out, because if everything was digitized or like pushed on like those platforms and that's getting taken away, I wonder, or a lot of people music reflects highly on TikTok, but in the stores or billboards it don't. And so, or sometimes the TikTok billboards and the regular billboards correlate. And so if TikTok is going away, it's going to see who the true sales or the true fans are, not people who are hearing it in passing, but people who are actually going to your music, going to your like actual stuff, and your true fans, because people don't know what true fans are. True fans are people who are going to rock with you regardless. You got them passerby fans, you got the drive-by fans. The fans that, like that one song, but you got them people who are going to turn them post notifications on, people who are going to look for your stuff. Tashi, like, where have you been? Noah, where's that song? I need you to drop this song. You have those people who are truly like intentionally into you as a brand. So like, I wonder what's going to look like aside from TikTok, because that's a big platform, or what new coming, because if you're
they're
new,
gonna make something new,
let me know so I can get famous first, so I can push my stuff first. Please. I call dibs, because I have like a pretty good following on TikTok, but like now that's gone. Imagine building something and they're taking it away. People have to push that stuff
But
elsewhere.
I say they just got to move over back to Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the goal. I know. To just piggyback off of what you were saying before, like I do think that things are gonna change, but somebody's always gonna come out with something new.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be something new. Just like before it was Facebook or MySpace, Bebo.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Facebook, Twitter. You know, everything kind of goes when
X now.
X. Yeah. I don't even get on Twitter anymore.
Dang.
But
do you remember
just,
Ask FM?
I do.
Ask
yeah.
FM. And
Or
what else was
back
popular?
in Vados we had Yik Yak.
No,
Yeah. What was it? It was something like that, right? Yik Yak.
Yik Yak, or it was the moose or something.
Yeah, it was like and you asked anonymous questions,
Yes.
stuff like that. But it's always gonna be something new. But I definitely do think things are gonna change because a lot of these people who are big, you know, especially off of TikTok, and it's not for every case, but a lot of cases, you don't really see it. It's not a long success.
Yeah.
You know.
The longevity
just like that.
in it.
I ain't never ripped a set, baby. I've never heard the whole song. I've only
heard that snippet, that good snippet.
Exactly.
And that song is good, but it was hot at one time, and it kind of like fell out like a fad.
Well, he dropped the album, and
who is it?
I don't know. I can't even tell you his name. I've only heard 2 songs of him though.
Is they good?
The 2 songs that I've heard sound the same.
Oh.
So it's not bad, but it just goes on to what I'm saying about how who's to say that he didn't make bank off that one song?
Okay,
but
because I kept hearing it.
Exactly, but as an artist, you know, it's like, okay, this is the only song that we know you for.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get away from that sound if everybody's holding you to that sound.
That standard. Or you trying to build momentum off that song and push your other stuff, but they're like, nope. We want to
do the dance.
Yeah.
You know?
We want to dance. Play the dance song. I got slow songs.
Yeah.
I got a sad song. We don't want to hit that.
Do you remember Keem Ali?
Yes.
The one who made the Player song?
I love him. I follow him right now.
He's a great music artist.
Great.
Buddy makes great music. He can rap his butt off.
His freestyles and 85 South show. Like,
yes, it's amazing. But it doesn't have the same success as when he's being the pimp or the player.
It's kind of like they want you in the same exact mode and same exact niche. Yeah. And it's kind of like when you want to branch out to different audiences or different crowd, or he want to show y'all he can rap for real. Cause that's just like maybe one of his characters.
Yeah.
Y'all will hold him to that. And it almost like if we want to do it on a bigger scale, Beyonce and Sasha Fierce, they were holding her to that for so long. She created her own mode with Mrs. Carter, or now she is Cowboy Carter. Like they kind of let Beyonce do it. But like when other people or other like that's not of like commercial success right now try to do it, they holding you like, no, we wanna. Well, this is what you're famous for. And I think a lot of people like content creators are stuck in that too. Like the Shiggy guy, they know him to be dancing and funny. If he ever says something like a real stuff, like we don't like you for that. Yeah, we don't like you for that.
Tell a joke.
Yeah, like do something else. We like you, make us laugh. Like, cause we didn't ask you for that. You didn't get famous for that, buddy. Like that's that's kind of what people like do to people. Like. You're here just to do this. So
what is it that like with you where you're at right now in your career in comparison to where you were before? Where would you label yourself, and what would you think that is something that people are trying to like hold you to?
That's a good question. That's a hard question because my perception is different from other people's. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of times people try to hold me to like when I change the genre of how I rap, or like if I do a different flow, like like you're a rapper now. So I think a lot of people think that I'm a rapper when I'm not. I'm really a singer. Like if you know me, you know that I'm like a singer. Like I used to do in Mag, we used to always sing, and like my first songs and stuff were like singing songs. As soon as like I switched, or somebody was like, hey, can I get a feature? And they're like, I'll give you $1,000. You think I want you to rap? You think I'm gonna say, can I sing?
Wait. So you've done $1,000 feature?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So like,
let's talk about that. Hold on. I'm sorry. Wait. Let's talk about that. Somebody contacted you, was like, "Hey, I'll give you $1,000 for a feature."
Oh yeah, they asked me what my rates were.
And you was like $1,000.
No. So I was like, it depends on what you want. Like, if you want like a verse, you need help creating a hook. Do you need like background vocals? Do you want me to? You just have a beat? You want me to do my thing? Like, it just depends. I was like, yeah, what's your range of prices? Nah, this is before I heard other people's prices. So I'm really glad I held myself to a high standard. I was like, 1,000, bet. And I like when people send their money immediately. Oh, you serious? You got faith in me. Yeah. So I had the verse the next day. You know me, I move quick. Y'all don't know if y'all know, but I move quick.
And it had to be good.
Yeah, so I sent the verse back the next day. And so then it made them like, let me reconstruct my verse. I like how you did yours. I like how like it sounds, da-da-da. So, but then cut to another part when I'm in like I was in like the Atlanta, and I was in this studio, and it was like this artist that signed to a label, and they're really good at like some of their music. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing features right now on sale for $250." So I'm like, "What?" I bought it immediately because that's a great price for you. And I'm kind of thinking,
for you.
Do
you want to disclose who that was, or is that not?
I ain't gonna disclose it because I don't know. They probably saying that now. Nobody hitting them up like Tashi said your prices was. They had a like, I don't know if that was like an inner circle thing, but he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing features for $250 right now."
Yeah.
And
he was like, "Let me get that."
Hold on, like because then I'm like, "Dang,
that's a good deal."
Like, hold on, here, take my card. Like I literally was like, Cash App, Apple Pay, food stamp. What you want? How you want to take it?
Yeah.
I'm just playing. But if y'all got food stamps out there,
you'll take those in currency.
I'll tie them. I'll take those.
Okay.
I'll tie them up. Yes, but I realized like, dang, he's doing them for $250, and like he's up there. He's on like albums with like people that we want to work with. Like So I'm kind of like, dang, I kind of shot myself up there when somebody asked me for something, but
somebody was willing to pay.
that, and I had to realize like, I'm glad I felt that way with myself, where I had such a high standard or a high feeling about myself to say that price, because imagine if I think sometimes we like bring ourselves down, or we don't really know who we are. We think that we're different from them. They're regular people. Yeah. And we'll be like, oh,
he probably need to pay his rent just like everybody else.
Hello. Or he probably had a bill that came up and was like, hey, I'm doing who won't give me the money real quick for a little, hey. So, and then like, I feel like sometimes in comparison, we probably need that because they're the same as us. They're just more known. Yeah. And then on top of that, we'll be like, oh, I'll just do a song for song. Or if you F with me, I F with you. We be taking money out of our pockets, so that's gonna F with you anyway. You were right. Like if we don't feel or go hard about ourselves, why does anybody else take us seriously? We're be in the same rooms with people. Or a lot of these people are faces for people. Yeah. Think about it. Like people are just faces, and people are writing their songs for them. We think we like their words. We don't. We like a group of people's words that this person was singing, and they just so happen to sing it really good. Like these people are regular people, and we have to hold ourselves to like that same standard, or to not even same standard. That needs to be like the standard all the way around. No one's better than anyone. Like these same celebrities going to jail. These same celebrities get caught up. These same celebrities pass away. These same celebrities are the same as us. Yeah. So like I think like people get caught up in like the names. And you don't even like this person. You like their writers. You like this one specific writer because every time you write a song for him, you like, that's my jump.
You don't even like all his songs. You just like the ones that sound like this.
Yes, you like this person. Like, so I just be thinking that's so funny. Like, you don't even know who you like right now. You like, and then the way people write songs, he wrote a bridge. She put two cents in, and then he wrote like, you don't even know whose part you like. Yeah. You don't even know if this is Beyonce's part. You like this person's part there. Serena Claudio wrote this, and I could tell because this sounds like this other song. And guess what? She really did write it.
But you sound like you talking about something specific right now.
Yeah, like no, I'm saying like in general, people will ask you or say something to you, and it's like you're not even like that. Yeah, like, and I think a good example of that would be Money Long. A lot of people love Money Long's music, or the people who wrote her, like the people who sing her stuff, and she wrote it. Y'all like Money Long. You don't like Kesha, or you don't like Chris Brown or this person, even though you do like these people. You like Money Long, because she wrote that, she freestyled this whole song, or she did this whole song. Like, I just think in general, people just really don't know. And what you don't know, it's easy to use people's ignorance. Yeah. Profit off ignorance. I think that's what a lot of people do.
Well, that's what a lot of the richest people in the world are. That's how they're rich.
Yes. Yeah. Like, and I wish sometimes I didn't have morals and values and stuff like that, because people be getting rich off the simplest stuff and then changing their ways. Like, hey, I wish I could be a stripper for a day, because okay, not for real, but sometimes.
But I get you though, 'cause like the same thing with like OnlyFans or stuff like that. Yeah, like, people are making money. Today is the age of, and I'm not gonna say people haven't always been doing it, right? But now it's really easy to make money off of not having morals.
Right, and especially like if they did it like not having morals but still had morals. For instance, this one person was like, they was at the strip club, but it was a bikini bar, so they can't take nothing off, and they made $50,000. Just an example. Hey, well, I was at the pool party with the same exact outfit on. I could have made $50,000. I was dancing my life away. Yeah. So like, like, dang, I wish Yeah. I would have known where you were at that night when you were making 50K because I could have been up 50K with something else going on. But then I have a daughter. Then I sit here and think about all this stuff. I have a daughter. I don't want this stuff to be seen. And not saying these people don't have kids, whatever the case may be. Not coming down on nobody. They just not you. You're right. Yeah. And so like then like I have my integrity or my mom's voice pop in your head or when you know right or you know better to do better. And if that's not what you see yourself doing and you start really talking to yourself in your head like, okay, what's my game plan? How am I going to focus on Tashi B? How is Tashi B going to be this? Why am I comparing myself to people? And you see how easy and fast it was? How I just took you on a tangent of something else? And like that's how easy we be subconsciously comparing ourselves to people. Yeah. Like, and when we do that, we're losing sight of like why we're really doing it for. Like if I wanted to be this person, that my name would be. Or I'll be like cosplaying them or something. But like, it's me.
So let me ask you this, and this is really a question. So because I know it's a lot of people who struggle with comparison. Yeah. How do you get past that? Like, how do you drown out comparison? To other artists or to other people, just in general.
I'm that B. My mama is that B, and I'm that B Junior. If we had to put it in comparison like that, that's the only person I'd be compared to. But she's a bad B. Yeah. And then, but in general, like you have to just think the highest of yourself. Like in general, like think about it. No one out there is going to say like their downfalls or what they're slighted at, or oh yeah, I had to pay my light bill today, and I'm a bundle short in the back, and I also no one goes around saying that. So like. Even if I was that, or even if this is this or this, I'm the best at what I'm doing, or I'm the hottest, or I'm true to myself. Yeah. Because if not, you're going to fall for anything, and the slightest thing will hurt your feelings, or like, you're not built for this. And I'm not saying like, you don't have moments of like, oh, self-doubt, or trying to like, see how you can improve yourself, because with myself, for instance, when I had my baby, I had gained weight. Yeah. I didn't know how to deal with that. Like, and not saying I didn't know how to deal with it. Like, I'd never been that weight before. I'd never been pregnant before. Yeah. Never had a baby before. So like, everything just changed. Yes, or like you expect yourself to snap back this fast, and it's not. So like, you don't want comparison to steal your joy or steal like the moment that you're in at that time, because like you just gave birth, you just gave life, like you just risked your life to bring a life here. Like you be thinking about the wrong thing. So like I have to put myself at the highest mark, and anywhere I go, no matter if that's how I feel or not. Like even if I was at my lowest, oh girl, you a mama for real. You the baddest mama out here in the land. Like, or like, or I'm gonna put it on my baby. That's the baddest baby. That's my baby with her pieces of hair, with her bows. That's the baddest baby. My baby's a genius. Like, you have to put yourself. If you're not yourself biggest fan, then nobody will ever appreciate or know what you put in for yourself. Like they only see the good stuff or the reward. They don't see the risk. Yeah. So hey, I'm the risk taker. Mm-hmm. I'm the wolf. I'm Tashi B. I am the high, wherever I'm at. Any room I walk in, I'm going to walk in there with my head held high, or whoever. I might be the least experienced person in the room. You never know that. Yeah. Because you have to put yourself at the highest. Like, you have to put yourself. I'm on Beyonce's level. Yeah. Y'all haven't been able to see that yet because I'm not as well known as her. Yeah. But Beyonce, she should be scared of me as well. I love her, but we all know that I can get like that. Yeah. Hello. And you will if you take the right step. Exactly. So like that's with anybody. Yeah. Like anybody in the world. And that's how you gotta feel about yourself, because if you don't believe in you, who else? Yeah. Like who's the best rapper you know? If you don't sell yourself, you can't even sell me. You trying what? Like for real, like, and even if like I'm the best for where I'm at right now, like we're not saying are you the best ever, and she's been doing music for 30 years and I'm way younger than her. No, of course, like she has years on me. Yeah. But like for where I'm at right now and what I'm doing with how I'm funding myself and how I'm doing this and the quality and things that I'm producing and how me operating in excellence and moving with integrity and the way that I move, I am that girl. Like, yeah. And guess what? That's only going to grow with me at every level I'm going. Like, and God gives you like the little quizzes to pass the big test. So like, even if I'm not where I want to be, it's like a growing moment or a learning moment, or I know to do that next time. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I wasn't quite paying attention as much as I should have this time, but now I'm gonna make sure I have some situational awareness about it next time, because like growing moments, like accountability, like I don't know. That's just how I feel.
No, I agree. I think it's not really like oh, I'm the best and I'm better than you kind of thing. It's really just, oh, I'm the best version of myself that I've been right now.
Right now.
And yeah. So I definitely, I'm picking up what you're putting.
But with a label and some backends with some distribution, and 24/7 stylist with the best fruits and the best chefs to make my stuff. You know, if I'm good right now in my kitchen, how I cook. Imagine if I got me a chef out there. Hello, that's feeding me good with a good workout plan. Somebody, hey, for what I'm doing right now, I'm darn good. But with that, heck yeah. You know what? Heck yeah.
I think for me, I love your music. My wife just said the same thing. Like my daughter knows your songs. I put out an EP like last year or whatnot, and she made a song, but her song was based off of your song.
Really?
Yes, I'm gonna play it for you.
Really?
So you can hear it. Yes, it's based off of you and Jordan's song. And she just walks around the house saying, "Okay, let's go, let's get it." She literally just walks around the house doing that. But
wow.
I would say I love when you slow it down and sing. Like I love the slow, you know what I'm saying? Like the singing, because that's how I met you. Like I met you singing, you know what I'm saying? And not that you know the rapping and stuff sounds good too. I like it all, but you know, like that's to me when you say Tashi B, that's what I think of, you know, because like I said, I met you before the B was added on, even though you always had the B.
You knew me before I was even anything like this.
Yeah. You was just singing in mag like the rest of us.
Right.
You
we were just performing our little hearts out.
Yeah.
Thing. Well, that really just warmed my heart. I'm real grateful and I appreciate those words. And I really gotta hear that song because I'm gonna have to put it on my new.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it for you. I would play it right now, but I don't want nothing to mess up.
Are you okay?
This is my first time using these mics. I don't know how to exactly work this little soundboard. Like if I press this button right here. See, we didn't hear nothing.
I can hear I can hear something. It's headphones, maybe.
Yeah.
I can say, but I get what you said.
Yeah.
Period. Your EOG plaque.
Oh yeah.
Favorite original song.
That's it right there.
Yes, I was there at this exact moment. Oh y'all, Mag Media Art Geniuses was a time to be alive in its prime, especially. Yeah. It was a pinnacle for like talent at Valdosta State University where we attended, where we met. Mm-hmm. And it really like probably groomed us to be or have the confidence that we have today because it gave us a platform to do our talents or to do something that we were passionate in. So quick plug, shout out to Media Arts Geniuses at VSU, Valdosta State University.
Yeah, not Virginia.
Not Virginia.
And shout out Chad and Juwan, man. Y'all really did y'all thing with that.
Chad and Juwan.
But yeah, I want to touch on that too. So from when you started in MAG, right, and you was just singing, you know, we was doing all those performances everywhere, kind of starting off making a name for ourselves on a small level. What changed? Like, what was like, oh, I'm finna like get in front of the mic now and start making like recording music? Like, when was you like what was that moment for you when you was like, I'm gonna start recording music?
I got challenged, and I never lose a challenge. I'm not a loser. So I don't know what it feels like to lose. Okay. I'm gonna win in every aspect of life. And even if you thought I lost, I still won.
Yeah.
Even though that I don't.
I mean, you know, sometimes we all take a little L,
right.
LEL here.
But I guess I take that L and I put it on there because I'm going to win. So I got challenged, but it wasn't a challenge how you think it was a challenge. It was like I took that person like Michael Jordan and I did something about it. Okay. So I was in MAG and I was like a freshman when I got into MAG. And at the time it was like very like prestigious. Like it was auditions. You had to get chosen to get into MAG. Like MAG was not a game.
Yeah. They didn't just let anybody in.
It was not like, it was like a serious thing. And Kyrie was like one of the, rest in peace, Kyrie. Love you. Yeah. They were like serious about it. So, okay, cool. I was in MAG and I could sing. And so when I got in there, they would always like say, we got this showcase coming up. We're doing this, we're doing that. Or tell you like what's going on. And I feel like because I was new, and this is not saying they did this, but they already had like pre-picked out people in their head for certain stuff already.
They did.
So like, I was screaming, they did. So look, like when they be like, oh, we're doing this or we're doing this. And I would raise my hand. Like, oh, I want to do it. And then they be like, oh, we wanted this person for this. Oh, well, why would y'all ask? Like, okay.
You used to stay volunteering to do
I always
though.
Wanted to like do it and stuff. So I would be like the supporting character for it or like I be in something like of a group, or like they even gave me my own sets and stuff sometimes. But like I feel like that kind of threw me off too, because like y'all had pre-picked people for it, but y'all boxing people in because like just because I can sing India Irie and Jasmine Sullivan and stuff, I can sing really high. Like I'm a soprano. Like I was in like choir. Like I feel like y'all don't know that because I don't sit here and do that all the time. That's not the style I prefer. But like I feel like, oh no, she sings high, so she can be this person and she can do this. Y'all don't even know what I could do. So then I was winning competitions at the school. So I don't know. I was Miss Housing and Residence, like Miss like the VSU pageant, and then I won The Voice, and then I won like just a whole bunch of few competitions in there. So like, okay, I can sing, right? I know I can sing because I'm winning, right? Okay, and I'm in this, and then yeah. So like then Rodney Ram.
Oh, right.
Ram, the Alpha,
Rodney,
but he's a rapper. His name's Ram.
Yeah.
He was recording with Bari one day, and I'll never forget it. So he was with Bari, and this is when Bari was recording like out of his home, like these apartments at one point. And I had got me some Buffalo Wild Wings because they had like a good Monday special going on.
Okay, where we going with this?
Right. And I was like, he was like, just telling us like he was gonna start recording people. Like this is the first one he was like, I'm gonna start recording. We started to get into like the recording thing.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, you should stop by if you're feeling it, because Jordan was there as well. And listen to me like record, like rap. So like I'm kind of still fairly new to this a little bit, just outside of Mag. So I'm like, okay, I'll go in, and Rodney's recording Cold Winter. And like, cause
that was the first one?
Yeah, it's my very first song.
What?
He challenged me. Let me tell you what he said. He doesn't even know. I felt some type of way. So look, he's like, cold winter, wishing for some sunlight. My eye turned the floor and eating. So I'm like, okay. Now I had some ranch seasoning because I don't eat ranch in real life, but I had the seasoning and hot sauce and stuff. And so he stops and in between cuts, he's like, yeah, chop it up. He was like, because Bari was on the hook at first.
Yeah.
It's cold on this side. But you know, Bari's like we ride. Like he's just like, so I'm like, okay, go play with y'all. So I'm chilling. He was like, yeah, Tashi. Bar just be like talking sometimes. Like, yeah, Tashi, one day you need to come in and hop on the mic and lock in, because like I'm really trying to like record more people that y'all see. Like this is what we could be. Like,
yeah.
So okay, cool. Rodney says, record Tashi for it. Like basically, like she can't sing. Like I ain't never heard Tashi say like, boy, quit. Like he wasn't saying it like to like be rude.
He just
ain't
never heard.
He never heard me sing before. So Brian was like, what? Like you never heard Tashi sing? Like Tashi can sing. Like. What? Mind you, I was in Mag before Barden was. Like, I was like a year before now. So, like, he was like, what? No. He was like, bro, Tashi can blow. So now I'm like, he was like, well, sing what Bari's singing on the chorus. Let me hear it. So, like, I'm like, play it one time, Bari. Like, hustle and flow. Play it. Because now I'm up. Now the chicken wings are down. And I'm like, play it. So he was like, it is cold on this side. We rise. So I'm like, he was like, if you don't remember it, just say it. So I just belted out like, and then like the whole room kind of stops. And I was like, was that good? And it was like, keep going. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So I keep going or whatever. They play it back. It was like, Tashi. And so like, I'm a perfectionist. So I'm like, I could do this part differently. I could say this. They was like, no, keep it exactly how it is. Like that, I felt the pain and I'm like, oh, okay.
I felt the pain.
So then it was like, you just need to keep going. No, for real. Like, it's like, you just need to keep going and do like a verse. So I technically didn't have a verse because I wasn't expecting to get on the mic just now because so I kind of like freestyled the part, like my verse, but I kind of played it off of what he was talking about. He was more so talking about like depression and trauma and stress as a kid. And you tell your mama like you stress, she be like to stress them dishes. Or, you know, like how like mental health don't really exist in a Black household, like cold winter. Yeah. So like, I was like, dang, what are they talking about in my household or not my household or what do I see like often? So like, that's kind of what I wrote my verse about, but that was the first song I ever did. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, Bari, this is fun. Can I come out and do some covers or something? Like I have this Whitney Houston song that I want to say. Bari looked at me. Literally that's what he said. He was like, what? Covers. He literally looked at me disgust. Like I was like I was a bum on the streets. He was like, covers? Tashi, the only way I'm recording you is your own song. So I came back with my own song, which is Take Control. Yeah. And we did that in like the Southside Recreational Center, like where he worked at. Like we did that at nighttime in there. And my child's father, my boyfriend at the time, like he helped me. Like he was like gave me like inspiration. He helped me like write it, and like he was like very helpful because he's like into music. He has an ear for it at the time. I don't know what he does now, but at the time, he was very helpful with that song. And he helped me with it because I wanted to know what he thought of me. Because if I'm going to write like a sex song or something that's more sensual, I can write in my own perspective, but I wouldn't know what I look like because I'm not experiencing myself. So like that was something that like we kind of like did and stuff together a little bit too. So when we first started, it was a dare/challenge because you tried to play with me. Mm-hmm. Then I ended up writing my own song, and that's when like me and my child's father and Bari, we kind of like came up with that together. And after that, I just like Tashi B.
Take Control was a real one, man. Like all of that.
That's my first song.
I know. I see. It's funny when you said that Cold Winter was your first song because I remember when y'all dropped that, and to me, I had never heard Rodney on the song.
Me either. So I was kind of like, I didn't know he was a rapper. So I didn't know he was a singer.
That's when I found out too. And then now that you mention it, I do remember when I saw your name on there, and I was like, oh, like they out here making like music. Yeah. And then because I know Bari had gotten mad after you, but I think I've been listening to Bari music since like 2016. Yeah, before anybody even knew who he was really at the school. Mm-hmm. But like I remember that, and I was just like, wow, like I need to get with Bari. Y'all over here making music.
His sound was like really crisp, and his quality was really great. And it was more so like encouraging, like, girl, you gonna come in here, you gonna sing your own stuff. You're not recording or laying down or putting money in nobody else's pockets. Like you need to do your own stuff. So like I think that really like pushed me because although I was slightly like okay, like I'll do it, but then it like kind of like imagine if he wouldn't have said that, I would have been there singing somebody else's songs. Yeah. Or I wouldn't have been who I was today. So like I think also like, and he didn't even know me like that. Like I've now like that's my bro. Like we locked in.
At the time,
but at the time he was like new artist to Mag, and I don't know if you remember in Mag. When you're new, it's like a baby jeans, and then you have like an OG. Yeah. So like you have somebody that comes under your wing, or like the new people and the old people, they build like rapport and camaraderie a little bit, so they can like navigate the org a little better or figure out what works for them and like they sound and how this works. So like that's kind of what it was. We were linking up to make sure that we were putting our best foot forward for the org. Because I was I believe I was the treasurer at the time in Mag. Yeah. And that's kind of how. Imagine somebody speaking life into you now. That's what I do now.
That's what you do, yeah. And they still support it to this day.
Right,
you know?
Like
you
literally,
still rock with them, everything.
They was just here last week for the video shoot.
Yeah,
like amazing people, and like that's family. Like those are the type of people you want to keep around you because like it's who you surround yourself with, or people who are in your circle. If they're not trying to elevate, what they doing, bringing you down? Because if they're not going where you're trying to go, they're just like a weight. Yeah. And everyone is literally, it's easy because everyone's trying to do the same thing. Yeah. But like no competition type thing, more so like putting people on. This is game. Hey sis, this, I don't know if you looked into this before, but like our conversations are like substance, not of like hating or talking about somebody or what they've done or I don't see how they did that.
It's uplifting.
Yes, exactly. Like I can't even tell you a negative conversation that we've had because we don't really have them. And that's like with anybody in that circle, like even with you. Like we're always talking about doing something differently. Like or how we finna get where we finna go. Man, we finna do some music, man. We finna lock in. Like it's never like, you ever saw that? Remember that girl who was trying to, we don't do that because that's not what we do.
Yeah. Because we got a greater goal. Yeah.
And I think people don't even get that as well because I feel like as a woman, people, I think anytime I'm talking to somebody or anything, like anybody of the opposite sex is like, oh, you talking to them for? Yeah. I made a song with them? What? Like, if that's the case, I don't caught some bodies on my damn records. Like, I don't know. So I also think it's just kind of hard because I feel like you, as a woman, you might be defending your face based off like the music that I'm talking about, like for like
and depending on the song.
The song,
the
bro,
song.
I almost got broke up with for give or take like 2 or 3 times. I promise you, because the song, like imagine. I come home like
it sounds too good.
Like what kind of chemistry y'all had enough with the lights lowered? Yes,
I love it.
That song.
But what? You can't tell me. I mean, I know you, so I know y'all wasn't. But if I didn't know y'all, you can't tell me.
Y'all didn't go together or something like that. Or like, what's the vibe in there? What the lights off? Was the lights dim? Was the candles? So what?
What the vibe?
What, right. So literally, I'm over here like, and whole time we in there competing like. Oh, watch this. Like
just building off each other.
Right. So imagine I'm going home like, babe, we just ate this up and I was thinking of you. Because my verse, when you write your verse, you're thinking about the things with people that you like talk to. Not like, the person in there.
Like, what the vibe was like.
What? Like, you gotta like
what
you mean by that line right there? What you
so,
mean by that?
like the way you joking. So a nigga was in there joking you. I'm like, no.
Especially
like,
if you talk about something in the song that y'all don't do.
No, for real.
Because
no,
you be like,
I ain't never did that before. Like, or like now it's like creating like doubt in a relationship because it's kind of like, or even if it's a sad song, and he's like, well, why you sound like you like real sad or something about it, I
ain't do that.
Right. So it's kind of like, this is a tough job to kind of have because like either I'm writing from experience, I'm writing for somebody, or I'm writing about
from an outside experience too. Yeah.
You can write with a guy or a male artist or work with those people, and they'll like, you kind of gotta like protect your face card. Like even this new feature I have with Lil Nan Baby, y'all check that out. He has a new song called Bow 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 featuring me. Check that out. But I even think the song is like a twerk song, right? And so what do you do in a twerk video? Stand there?
We're gonna twerk.
What we gonna do, right? We're gonna twerk or dance or get into the vibe of the song. You don't even have to twerk, but you can even if you hit a Dougie or something to the beat, you have to do something, right? Dang, y'all talk, y'all look good together. What? That could have been my little brother. Y'all could have been doing anytime you in a video with somebody that's opposite sex, that means you talk to them, or you don't, or you done anything with them, or you like them, or people could have cordial relationships with people because in the song "Bow," what do you think we're talking about?
Bow, bow, bow. That's how that booty go. Bow, bow,
right.
Bow.
And so if you
that's what I'm thinking, right? Am
I
correct?
Right. But if you hear bow, if a man just says bow, 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 what do you think
bow,
a man?
Waka flocka, maybe like bow, bow, like. Or like maybe hitting it like bow, bow. I don't know. It's pretty or bow, bow. I don't,
okay. So bow, bow. Right.
It's a couple different ways you could go about bow, bow.
So in his perspective, he may be talking about bow, 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 like
bow, 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 bow,
or bow, 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 bow,
or bow, wow, wow, bow, wow,
right?
Like a dog.
And so, but if a girl was speaking about it, it'd be like bow, bow. You don't think of anything else other than twerking for a girl.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that comes into play. So if you're thinking of the song. It's a twerk song, but he's talking about other things, but I'm putting play on words, like double entendres. So if you're speaking about bow, bow, bow guns, well, I'm not going to go around saying I have a gun or this, for the case of me. You know what I can say? Whole lot of jelly, but my shit don't jam. Because of booty shakes and jelly jiggle jam.
Did you just come up with that just now, or was that in your song?
That's actually probably in there. The way I said it was good.
I mean, that was good, though, what you just said.
Right. But, like, it's a play.
Somebody write that down.
Write that down. But the way I said it, like, we're talking about the same thing, but I have to give it to him from a fresh perspective. A man wouldn't have thought of that. There would have still been, it would have been gun violence and more gun violence. You're saying gun, I'm saying girl. Yeah. And we're going to bow together.
So that we can bring two worlds
different, come on.
Together.
Y'all not thinking. People don't think.
I agree.
So,
people don't think.
And in perspective, if I would have just had a girl on bow, or it would have been two bows, it would have been a twerk song. Twerk all the way through. Men can relate and women can relate because two different parties came together on a subject that had multiple meanings on it. And we came up with a song. And I had to just so happen to work with a guy to do that, to have that effect. But y'all want to talk about, hey, do you talk to that guy there? I work with so many guys on different stuff. I think that's another thing, like, you can work with people of the opposite sex and not like talk with them or discuss anything with them, or I shouldn't have to explain to you or even tell you anything about it because it shouldn't be a question. People should be able to work with other people.
Well, this sounds like that was for somebody.
Oh,
so no, if you're watching this and y'all had that conversation, or if you date somebody who is an artist, specifically a female, take heed to what she just said.
Yes.
This is why we asked you to be here. Because we knew you have some good things to say. You might say a lot, but it's good things to say. Sense. Now every few sentences might be okay, all right.
But I gotta bring the point.
But
around.
Then you know what I'm saying. You come back. That's I mean,
it's Tashi B, and I'm a official certified yapper, and I don't care.
Yeah. No, but we appreciate you just coming out and dropping game. If you could leave the people with one word of advice. Let's say you were like 40 right now and somebody asked you, hey, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? But like instead of your 20-year-old self, what would you tell the people that's watching that are looking to get into, they want to get into music, or they want to get into, entrepreneurship, or they just want to get into, your shoes. They're like, oh, Tashi, I wish that my music career was like yours right now. What would you be able to say to them? What's some advice that you would give?
I would say be intentional. Because I feel like your intentions are everything. I say learn to invest in yourself. Because we invest in a lot of things, but if you invest in yourself, you're not gonna waste your money. I promise you that. And then 3, don't let nobody bend you over and force hump you. Because if you do that, then you're not standing up.
Unless you like horse humping.
Unless you like horse humping, that's what y'all get off on. Cool, baby, do horse hump on if that's what you like to do. But I don't think you should let anyone like take advantage of you.
Yeah.
And you stand for you're up for yourself. Like even if you loud and wrong for yourself, be loud and wrong and right for you. Because like if you can't do it or operate in these or like on a lower level, imagine when the pressure and like the money or temptation or anything comes aside from this, you're never gonna be able to handle any of those things.
That's true.
So like you need to start appreciating yourself and investing in yourself and being intentional with yourself on a lower level. Because when you get the resources and like the money or like the influence or like the audience, it's more pressure or more perspectives or more outlook. Like if you can't do the right things now, I damn sure wouldn't believe you or think you're gonna do the right things with all this influence and pressure. Like you need to be true to yourself, know who you are now, be true to yourself now, because a little bit of those things can change. Like I ain't gonna lie, money might change me. I might ring a bell and have somebody come feed me grapes or something like that. But I'm saying like if I don't know who I am now, when you get up there, you need to be intentional, invest in yourself, stand up for yourself, or stand up for what you believe in or what you want to do now. Like, and it's okay to add stuff on, and it's okay to like change it up or adjust it to yourself or accommodate yourself in it. But like I also think that you shouldn't be a people pleaser. No one needs to be a people pleaser. I feel like I was a professional people pleaser. Like, I was always doing stuff for other people, and then would be looking crazy enough I didn't feel that same stuff back in return or that same effort. Or
and now it's them that's the problem.
Yeah. Or like you treat people how you want to be treated, and that's a real thing. Treat people how you want to be treated. You never know what they remember, how they remember it, or who's watching you. And that can take you a long way farther than anything else can go. Treat people how you want to be treated and put God first. That should have been the first thing I said.
Amen.
Put God first. And I'm not telling you who to believe in if you don't believe in God. But He has never failed me, nor left me, nor forsaken me. Ever. And anything that He has taken away from me has been for the betterment of myself. You didn't understand it now, but if you really sit here and think about it, God has not taken anything away from you and hasn't replaced it with better. You might have not understood it then, but it's like, have you ever wanted for anything? You're in the middle of 2 or 3 of your prayers and you don't even realize it now. I'm sitting here with my hair done in an interview with clothes on my back. I drove her in my car and I can go back to my home.
Amen.
And the bills are paid and we have food and we're not sitting here struggling for heat or our next meal. Like this for even the simple things. If you can't be grateful for the simple things, you think God's gonna bless you with an abundance of stuff?
Let Him use you.
Things? And I'm not saying this because I might be feeling this way now, but there's also times when you can get lost or you need to ask God for realignment or say, God, I kind of lost my way. Like, I don't want to get emotional, but like in general, like that's a normal thing. That's a true thing. And I think some people think they're going through the same things alone. People are out here living lifing the same way. So like, even if it's not going how you want it to go, like you're already living or in the middle of some prayers or answer prayers or God is continuing to like bless you. So like, keep pushing on, be intentional. Praise the Lord. And not even just for all the good things, for the bad things too. What am I learning right now, Lord? What is the lesson? I'll be in the middle of crying, but no, I'm learning something. It's a lesson. Something's happening. I'm having a breakdown. But thank you. And do more praying than crying. I had to learn that too. Because now you be looking at stuff like, I was crying like that. You looked a mess. See yourself. You had to give yourself a pep talk. You let that bother you? You gave that energy? You have to start getting it with yourself.
Yeah.
I'm about to go up. Like, you let that, like, once you start cussing yourself out, maybe that's what people need to do. Cuss yourself out a little bit. Have that real talk because people are only going to go off on you on what you let them know. You know everything that you hold yourself accountable to. Yeah. You know all the stuff, the downfalls and everything. So even if you got to go in that mirror or tell yourself up in your head, go off on yourself a little bit sometimes. Get up. What are you doing? So you said you was getting up 5 minutes ago. It's been 6. And then you in your head like, okay, I was supposed to get up at 1:35, but since I didn't get up at 1:35, I'm going to get up at 1:40 because I like even time. No, get up at 1:36. Get up.
It be like that.
I literally be doing that. Like, I would literally like weight myself into procrastination, but sometimes I operate good in procrastination, but then you wonder why you're overstimulated.
Yeah.
You're overstimulated because you waited to the last minute and you think everybody's supposed to have urgency, or now you pushing, beeping horns at cars and stuff because you late. and you giving yourself like you don't know what they could have like.
Yeah.
Do everything how you do everything.
I ain't got nothing to add on there, but I definitely do appreciate the fact that, you know, you put such emphasis on putting God first and everything, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people lose sight of that when they, you know what I'm saying, trying to pursue certain careers, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
What's something that, you know, you got coming up? What's you know?
I have some really
Talk
good
your
stuff.
talk.
I have a lot of good music coming out.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of projects. I hope you see a lot of visuals from Tashi B. Because I have a lot of music that I haven't had visuals to, and a lot of people really like them. So that a lot of placement. You should hear Tashi B on the radio. You should be coming out to Tashi B performances. Hold me accountable, y'all, because they will be happening. And you should see Tashi B statewide, citywide, and to outside surrounding states and cities, and just traveling. And we should be doing international video filming. I'm super excited about that. Yeah, so we'll be filming videos in like other countries and stuff. So
okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, you gotta come. That's soon too. So like,
okay.
Yes, and then obviously Tashi B is still Tashi the mom. So y'all should be seeing me honing into my child's talents or creativity because that's a reflection of me. And I also have something to drop by you. I think that you might be interested.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it on here so I can hold you accountable.
Okay, what's up?
Well, as a parent, I find myself often coming up with like nursery rhymes and like stuff like just keep them learning and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we have access to the producers and the software and the beats. So and people make hella money off these not ugly songs, but these songs that are not quite as good as what we could produce.
Like Miss Rachel.
Yeah. But they learn and they get it. So like I kinda wanna get into like children placement and singing.
No.
This is a nice camera. But you can see or expect from Tashi grow. And if you're seeing something different, I might be trying something to see if I like it or whatever the case may be. But either way, if you rock with Tashi B, you'll be rocking with whatever I got going on. And just support me and send encouraging words. I take constructive criticism very well. But if you say something smart, I might snap in your ass back. But I also don't play like that. And if you look like I play with people, I'll change my look. Because I don't. But I'm very nice. So
anybody or thing you want to shout out?
Yes, I want to shout out like my village. In my village, I wouldn't say it's anyone specific. It's anyone that supports me, anyone who is cheering for me and rooting for me in a positive way and who genuinely cares about me. I just want to support them back and say thank you. And I want to shout out my child, Ani. She's the reason for everything. Even before she wasn't here, I strove, or whatever the word is, to be the best person I can be, and that anything falling after me can benefit from that. And she just so happened to be the princess that's falling after the main chick. So I hope that I'm making her proud and I'm shouting her out because she pushes me every day, whether she knows it or not, to be the best person so she can live her best life. Because her mommy is that girl, Junior. My mama is that girl, and Ani is that girl.
All right, I know that's right.
But I also want to shout out Noah the Great. I want to shout out this platform and just y'all having me. I'm just grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for the camaraderie. I'm grateful for the conversations of substance. And I'm just grateful for longevity and knowing people for a long period of time. We're able to speak on a wide variety or a vast amount of subjects because I've known you for so long. And that doesn't typically happen. A lot of people burn their bridges and stuff with people. Yeah. I'm glad that we're still rocking here and strong. Nothing but positive vibes. I'm grateful for elevation. I'm grateful that I'm a yapper because you got a lot of content that you can use in different ways and different times for a long time. And I'm just grateful for that God has me in a position to where I'm able to still do what I want to do after a long time because people would give up. And I really feel like this is a test of time. Look out for music, Tashi B, new vibes, new sounds. And don't hold me to what I used to be because even children grow up to be an adult. And that's what I am now. I'm a real girl, Robbie.
Hey, well, look, we appreciate you for coming out here, man. You know, it was good having you. We talked about some good stuff.
Great stuff.
Dropped some gems.
And
thank y'all for tuning in. We gonna be back. This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning. We will be back elevating all 2025. And remember, y'all heard it here first. Y'all comment, whatever he needs y'all to do it. So I come and have all my family members.
She wasn't kidding.
I wasn't.
Y'all like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next one. And just remember, think green.